Hey everybody, so I just want to get in here and talk about this 50 Cent T.I. situation. If you're what you should be at this point, 50 Cent posted, okay, so T.I. has been trying to get 50 Cent to do a verses with him for years. Apparently it wasn't like pulling teeth initially. It was, something that they agreed to do. They spoke about all this good stuff, according to T.I. And then when it came time to actually, put your money where you put your 50 where your mouth is, he being 50 Cent, decided to post a picture of T.I.'s wife that was not super flattering and basically make fun of her and, invite the internet to do the same, because that's what he always does. He talks about Black women. He talks about Black men. And he's just an asshole. And that's all he does. He's just a clown. He's that class clown. We in the Black community, we have a very big problem with class clowns. We really do. We have a very big problem with like people who fit into the narrative of the status quo. They're like, a straight Black man who's, proven himself, even if it was decades ago, in the rap game, and has had his own little disses and things like that. And with some he's been allegedly victorious, and others he's not. So some allege that he never lost, but I beg to differ. And then the ones that they do concede that he lost, like Kanye, then they always have every exception in the world or excuse. My whole thing is we need to cut the crap. This is bullying. When you go out of your way to bully someone's wife when they are challenging you to a battle, you're a bitch. When you talking about somebody else's mama and your mama's dead, and then you want to turn around and act like you're throwing rocks and hiding your hands, you're a bitch. You don't get to, and then what's really pissing me off is the community supporting this motherfucker. How are you supporting a motherfucker over a young dude, basically a kid? You're going to support 50 Cent's old fucking diaper wearing ass. You're going to take his side over the child who's defending his mother. He talked about his mom first. Now, because the bitch is dead, you want to sit up here and get mad and talk about, oh, well, there's boundaries and there's lines and things. Last time I checked, okay, I have to make certain I'm still Black. The last time that I checked, once you talk about somebody's mom, which is already off limits, then everything is fair game. Basically, nothing is off limits. So this whole, he went too far, oh, he did this, oh, he did, you do not dare do anything to me and then tell me how I'm supposed to respond. Don't you dare offend me. Don't you dare attack me and mine and then tell me how I'm supposed to respond, engage my response in comparison. Who the fuck you think you are? Girl, it just really upsets me. And then this bitch-made ass motherfucking $50 has the audacity to get the dude's account banned through TikTok. I'm pretty sure it was. It was either his TikTok or his Instagram. He got King's account banned. So now you mad? Now you mad? You out here reporting niggas and shit? Like, I mean, it's just ridiculous. Like, it's like, this is ridiculous. You started beef with a kid and now you run it to the adults, to the white adults. And that's what he does. People like him, Stephen A. Smith, they all are very similar. So I can see why they stick together. And I see why a lot of them run in the same circles, because they're very similar. His Stephen A. Smith's longhorn, foghorn ass, sounding ass got the nerve to talk about Jasmine Crockett. Now look, I have some critiques about Jasmine Crockett as well, but like, for you to sit here and try to talk about the way that she speaks, as if you don't sound like that rooster on them Looney Tune Acme commercial or cartoons. Are you serious? As if you don't sound like a motherfucking nigga being auctioned off on the block right now. You sound like the nigga who's auctioning the niggas on the block. Like, I'm not understanding. You sound like Loghorn Foghorn. And you have the audacity to sit up here and talk about how she speaks like she's ghetto and from the hood and all this other stuff. Guess what? A lot of us are from the hood. A lot of us do have ghetto sides. And some of us code switch a certain way, and others know how to code switch so well that they can sound like a white chick or a white dude. Does that make them better than someone else? Is Denzel Washington better than you, Stephen A. Smith? I know it's a crazy comparison, but is Denzel Washington better than you because he knows how to enunciate and speak in a way that doesn't sound like he just learned English through, enslaved Black Americans like fucking yesterday? Like, are you serious? It'd be the ones who sound like so much like cartoon characters, like you sound like Uncle Ruckus. The ones who sound so much like cartoon characters and who really exemplify everything that they be trying to project on other people, who will project those things on other people. Like, what are you talking about? But anyway, back to 50 Cent. 50 Cent, Stephen A. Smith, people like that, they have this aura about them that has them on airs, as Patrick would say, putting on airs. They have themselves like on these lofty perches, walking around here on airs, as if they are better than everybody else within their community. But it's specifically within their community. And the moment that someone like with Stephen A. Smith, I'm pretty sure it was what's her name? Vanessa, not Vanessa. Serena. Venus. No, it was Serena. Serena Williams. Her white husband came out and basically had to correct him and get on Stephen A. Smith's ass because he was talking shit. This is the same type of shit with 50 Cent. It's the same type of shit. And Stephen A. Smith let that white man put him in his place. And did he put him in his place? And he let that white man do that. Why? Because they have an affinity for white people and white culture, and they have a respect and a reverence for it in them that they don't have for their own culture and their own people. It's the same thing with 50 Cent. So 50 Cent want to sit around here. I'm just really upset about it because you will never be able to talk about my mom and then expect me to not be talking about your dead ass motherfucking mom. I'm sorry. Not really. Like, well, I don't understand. That just don't make no sense to me. It's just like, it's really upsetting me that a lot of the comment sections I'm seeing, people are constantly talking this shit. And then people got the nerve to say, well, 50's actually the only one out of everybody in this situation who's done things to get back to the community. What the fuck has he done? Y'all gonna have to explain it to me. Because aside from him making his own fucking success in the movie industry, the cinematic industry, I don't really know what you're talking about. Okay, yeah, he might be putting some people on in that process. Actors, actresses, singers, have you. That's wonderful. That's what he's supposed to be doing. Are we supposed to be giving you a cookie because you care enough about your own people and want to see your own content enough that you want to put people who look like the people whose stories you're telling, the only stories you probably know how to tell? You want to put people who look like that in those stories? Like, okay, congratulations. You're telling Black stories and you hire Black people. Like, what? But it's just crazy because it's just like, T.I. has done the same thing. T.I. has been, photographed and videoed, cutting ribbons to break in certain entities like rec centers in Atlanta and all kinds of things that he's done, restaurants he's supported and established in the area. When you look at the music as well, the very thing that we know him for doing, know 50 for doing, is in his music lane, T.I. has also uplifted women. He's uplifted Black women. He's uplifted, people who are on the outskirts of society and who are marginalized. There's this one song that he made that was about this girl who he used to fuck with, T.I. used to fuck with when he was younger, and how she, would let everybody hit it, and she'd always like be there for him. She'd pay his way for things and stuff like that. And he really asked her one day, like, why do you do this? And she's like, I just want to feel love, even if I don't think it's real love, even if I know that it's not real love. And I thought that was a really amazing song, as tragic a situation as it is. This is what we need this is what we expect rappers to be talking about. You know, the hard stuff to talk about. You know what I'm saying? These rappers nowadays, they don't want to talk about nothing real. You know, the only thing they see as real is this, you know, fighting and gun toting and drug having, depressed, demonic time as bullshit. So, you know, it is what it is. I can see why people support a 50 Cent, but it won't be over her. And I just had to put my word out there, my piece out there so that people can know this is unacceptable. Like, you don't get to talk about nobody's mama. I completely applaud T.I. and his entire family, especially Damani, because he over here killing it. I already subscribed and everything, but like, I applaud all of them for, you know, doing it and handling it the way that they did, because that's exactly what you're supposed to do. You don't get to sit here and say, oh, well, my mom is worth more than your mom, or she deserves more respect than your mom because she's no longer here. No, babe, go dig that bitch up, like he said. He didn't even say that about my mom, but I just have to say, that's what he said. That is what he said. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that kind of stuff. I get offended for you. And most of us do in the Black community. We know how this goes. You don't talk about nobody's mama. So, I mean, there's the drama for it.